Wow, it's still showing. That's awesome. Oops.
10 seconds to go time, people.
Hey, Simon.
Green light on mission. Let's take the fight to the SDF.
It's down a little bit.
Domination. Secure all objectives. Securing A. Alpha secure. I believe that just put us in the lead. The enemy has C. The enemy has Bravo. Our adversaries have regained the upper hand. Securing Bravo.
Hey, Gogeta.
Securing Bravo. You're needed at
The
Alpha.
stream should be in 1080p,
Enemy Sierra
60
active.
frames. I don't know if the
Securing
quality's gonna be
Charlie.
like the internet here, but
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
this is streaming directly via share off the Pro.
Charlie secure.
Shit.
Securing B.
Ugh. Summer's not playing nice today. Huh.
Secure. Enemy UAV
And I
in your
just drove
vicinity.
15 hours, so that might be affecting me a little bit too. How's the stream looking, guys?
Found an enemy UAV. Securing Alpha.
Oh, come on.
Assist your team at C.
Plus I
The
suck.
enemy is halfway there. You may want. I have identified an enemy UAV
Oh, sorry, I'm
in your
talking low.
Securing Alpha.
Ah.
Assist your team at Charlie. All positions. You are being dominated.
Son of a bitch.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity. Securing C.
Fucking run!
Securing Charlie.
Yeah, this game runs at 4K, and I believe it
Securing
has
Alpha.
HDR lighting. I literally just plugged into the 4K display though, so I haven't had much time with that stuff yet. I had it with me at Josh's other weekend for Afterlife, but I wasn't able to use it on the stream because we weren't supposed to show any footage until today. Yeah, I haven't grabbed the Killing Floor 2 beta yet.
You're needed at A. Friendly drone is active. We are losing ground. Be ready.
UAV inbound to your position.
Ah.
Securing C.
So once I get done with this, I'll play some campaign. Check the lighting and everything.
Securing Charlie. Equipment choices for the subsequent round. Halftime. Domination. Capture the objectives. Securing Charlie. C secure. Sector has Alpha. Enemy warden incoming. Take cover. Sector has Bravo. I have identified an enemy UAV and your enemy Scarab active.
Beast Modern Warfare. Oh!
Securing B. I have identified enemy UAV and your sector.
Something's not working.
Enemy is at C. Friendly Scarab active. Secure.
Your couch too.
Securing D. The enemy is taking Bravo. The enemy is halfway there. You may want to intervene. Enemy support is active.
Yeah, the pro stuff that they added for Killing Floor 2 is in the beta. I confirmed it with PR.
Assist your team at B. Soldier, get to Bravo.
And the update is out, so the
Set
beta
F has
definitely
B.
works good.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
Oh, got it. Ah.
Assist your team at A.
Oh, come on.
Retake all positions. You are being dominated. Securing Charlie.
I believe there's HDR in this.
We are losing ground.
Since I'm streaming, I don't think I get it.
Securing
I literally
Charlie.
just plugged in now to my 4K display, so I'll check later. That's why our review for the PS4 Pro is not up today, because
Alpha
it
secure.
was extra life all weekend.
Enemy
And
at
I literally
Alpha.
just got back from a 15-hour
Friendly
drive
drone
from New
support is
Jersey.
active. You're needed at Charlie.
Ah, Glenn. Burns.
Enemy is at C. You're needed at Charlie. Sector has C. You're needed at Alpha.
God.
Retake all positions. You are being Bravo.
I believe they added 4K and HDR to Black Ops 3 as well, or at least it's got 4K. I don't know if they did HDR or not.
Mission failed. Would you like a detailed report of unsuccessful procedure?
Good effort out there. Mission is in the back.
So Serpentine, something that's interesting, and I'm still testing it. I'm running a splitter off the PS4 Pro. So one goes directly into my TV, and that's how I'm playing right now. The other goes into the VR box. So I haven't tested VR yet, and I haven't tested if everything is passing through correctly. But that might be a solution.
I've got new orders coming online.
There's a new screen on the PS4 Pro when you go to set up your resolution and everything that gives you all the information. So it tells you if your TV supports one of the two or both of the 4K resolutions in RGB or the other format, if it supports HDR or not. The way I had everything plugged in before, just as a test, it didn't work. It told me HDR wasn't supported, etc. The way I have it plugged in right now through the splitter, it says HDR supported. So right now it's working. I'm literally playing it through the breakout box. Or I'm playing through the splitter. So I still have to test VR and I still have to test some other stuff, but I'll have to play a game that I know for a fact supports HDR. It might be my display too, because my display doesn't like the Xbox One, for instance.
Securing Charlie.
Because they kind of cheat on their
Star
HDR
team
support.
has Alpha. C secure.
Man, I cannot run
Securing B.
Damn, fuck.
B secure. You are now in the lead.
Hard time.
Assist your team at Charlie.
Of course.
Star team has C. Securing C. You are needed at
And the
B.
splitter I'm using, I think, costs
You no
like
longer have the lead.
$50.
Retake all positions. URV UAV on standby. Charlie secure.
Enemy movement is hot. Triangulating positions. UAV shot down by enemy combatants.
Motherfucker shot down the UAV. Shit ain't right.
Securing Alpha. Friendly scarab active. Losing Charlie. A secure. The enemy has C. Securing B. The enemy is halfway there. B secure.
Run.
Assist your team at A. Assist your team at
God.
Bravo.
There's three of them at
Enemy
B.
UAV in your vicinity. Star team has B.
PS4 UI is pretty much the same. It seems to snap out if I go to the menu from a game. It seems to go a
Assist
little
your
bit faster.
team at
That's about
Alpha.
it. That's not really what this upgrade's all about.
You are needed at A.
That's what people really have to understand is existing
Securing
games are going to run exactly the same unless they're patched. Because I have
A
people saying,
secure.
oh, I can't wait to see what it does to this game. That's not
Friendly
what's going
drone
to happen.
support is active. C secure. Assist your team at A. The enemy has
Although it does
Alpha.
seem like a lot of patches are hitting.
Friendly scanner is active.
Ah.
Friendly drone support is active. Securing Bravo. Enemy UAV. Bravo secure. Friendly drone support is active. Your tactics are inadequate for success. Losing C. Star team has C. Securing Alpha. Enemy UAV.
I haven't noticed any differences in loading times either. And I have a
secure.
USB, or I mean,
You are losing.
SATA 6
Verify
drive
your
in here.
equipment for the subsequent round.
Is it worth the upgrade? Haven't played enough, honestly. I will say, Drive Club VR on the Pro is pretty awesome.
Domination.
The biggest jump in terms of what
Secure
the game
all
looks like to me.
objectives.
It looks a lot more like the
Securing
original
A.
game now in VR.
A
Texture's a
secure.
lot better.
Star team
Everything.
has
It's
Charlie.
just,
Friendly drone
that's the one
support
that
is active.
was the most surprising so far. If you're looking for just 4K resolution, I actually used the Pro on a 1080p TV all weekend, and
Securing B.
there were a couple of games that supported it well. I have not had a chance to try everything on yet, so I mean, unfortunately, Extra Life happened at the same time, so there wasn't a lot I could do about it, guys. You can definitely notice the upgrade on a couple of the games.
Friendly drone
But
support
when you
is
see
active.
that the patch puts 4K and HDR on, it ain't gonna help you on a 1080p TV unless you have a 1080p TV that does HDR, which none exist.
Losing Bravo. Friendly scarab active.
John Claudio, I'll say this. I used to have a hybrid drive in one of my PS4s for testing, and it did not do anything. Actually, a couple games loaded slower. Everybody
Enemy
has
UAV.
this grand idea that it's going to be like a PC and I can
Sister
just
team at Bravo.
put an SSD and everything's going to be so much faster. It's not worth it in my opinion. It's still a lot of money because the price per gigabyte on SSD is still really
The
high.
enemy has Bravo.
And you're looking at a minimal effect. And really, what is that faster load time going to do for you? If you're in an online game, most of them don't let you start until the countdown happens.
Enemy UAV.
So what is that going to get you? Nothing. It's going to be a waste of money. I would rather have the additional storage.
You are needed at A. Assist your team at Alpha. You are needed
Yeah,
at
I mean,
enemy UAV.
wrong thing. 4K is cool and all. I think the HDR stuff is way cooler.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
That's just me. I think 4K resolution is not that big of a deal.
Losing Alpha.
I don't know. I think it looks fine on 1080p, honestly. Again, I haven't played a lot of them at 4K. I've played the Xbox One S games at 4K, which obviously is just, you know, using a scaler and all that. But to me, HDR is the biggest difference. And being able to do the extra assets and everything in 1080p for whatever games they're going to patch. I think Battlezone looks really cool in PSVR with the Pro. We did a bunch of upgrades to the visuals in that, and obviously that's 1080p. Sega 3 is much faster, and that's the thing. You know, we're using a drive from a USB 3 external drive, which that, you know, USB 3 is 6 gigs per second. Or I'm sorry, SATA 3 is 6 gig a second. USB 3 is 10 gig a second, so we were already getting, you know, a good speed.
Securing C.
I just contend that the additional storage is worth more than putting an SSD
launched
in.
a counter UAV.
I don't see the benefit.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
I mean, if you want to spend the extra money, more power to you if you got it. But I think it's a waste of money. I really do.
Securing B.
What? I mean, you know, I've got a SATA 6 gig drive in here right now,
Your tactics are in
and I don't notice any real difference compared to how my regular PS4 ran in terms of load times and everything. So I think it's something that people are used to with PC gaming, that you can increase your performance by, you know, oh, I'll do the best here, best here, best here. But you have to remember, this is a console. It's a closed platform, and
assist your team
I just don't think you're going to see the benefit. I didn't from the hybrid. I took the hybrid out and put a 2 terabyte in. Because the hybrid, you can only go up to 1 terabyte at the time. What the shit? Oh my god. I should really close the curtains. I can't see a damn thing.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
But again, you got the money, you pull yourself into thinking that it's going to do a lot of good and it's going to be worth
your
it.
team at Charlie.
I just don't see it. And I've built plenty of gaming rig in my day.
Securing A. Losing C. A secure. Assist your team at Charlie. The enemy has C. Objective failed. Return to base.
It might be the best buy, but you're still losing a terabyte of storage. I would rather have 2 terabytes of storage at 4,800 RPM. But that's just me. Again, it's a closed platform. These games are built to run off those hard drives.
Seconds to green. Recon pass complete. UNSA hostiles confirmed.
Domination. Capture those objectives. Securing Charlie. G secure. We're in the lead. UNSA.
Whoa, wow. Wow. Well, that's the thing. I keep a lot of games on here. I keep a lot of content. Plus, this game alone takes about 130 gig. Games are getting bigger.
Scars have Charlie.
I don't think you're going to see that much of benefit from a faster drive or a faster transfer speed. I really don't. But again, it's up to you. It's your money. You gotta stop thinking like a PC gamer.
Soldier, get to Bravo.
Very different mindset when you talk about a closed platform like this.
UNSB. Enemy UAV. Charlie secure.
I am on the Vizio P55.
Losing
P55
Alpha.
C1. I'm not positive that they're not having problems with the HDR on this PS4, so I have to research that first. Because they're having a problem with the Xbox Ones, and I want to make sure. Ah, shit. Did I sleep? Yeah, I slept at Josh's for about... I think I got about 5 hours there, but then his neighbor across the street decided to run the leaf blower for over an hour. So that woke me up, and then I stopped in Ohio and slept for about 3 hours in the car.
Friendly drone support is active. Enemy scorchers, take cover.
Wow.
Enemy UAV. We've lost the lead. Enemy UAV.
Come on. Hard drive wise, also, I don't know if a 12.5mm height drive will work. It looks like it'd be really tight. If it's the same enclosure that they use, or the same tray that they use on the original PS4, you can probably get a 12.5mm height drive in. I'm not really seeing any drives that are above 2 terabytes that'll work, honestly. So right now, we're probably still going to be capped out at 2 terabyte. The firmware definitely supports more if they get a better density platter drive out there that's 9.5mm height. Yeah, get back to work, Dave.
Securing Alpha.
So I use the same hard drive that we've been recommending for like 3 years.
Assist your team at C.
That $77 one. That's an external drive. You just pop it out of the enclosure, and it's the exact same process. The drive bay is in the back of the PS4 Pro. Very easy to get to. There's a little plastic piece you have to pop out, and that gets you right to the tray. 1 screw to bring it out, and 4 screws on the tray, just like normal. And it's the same firmware, everything. It was very easy to do. Also, they have that transfer utility now too, so if you buy a Pro and you're moving from a different PS4, put the new drive in here and just run the transfer utility, and it supposedly works really slick. I didn't do that. I re-downloaded everything, which killed Josh has been in there for a while. Oh. Why? It's real sunny. I mean, I'm playing this game at 4K right now. Obviously, the chat window's over on the right, but
We're losing this.
it doesn't really do much for me. I'd rather have all the HDR stuff.
UAV ready.
Okay, we're retasking a UAV.
We're losing. Cleaning up in the next round. Halftime. Domination. Go. Capture the objectives. Securing Alpha. Enemy has C. Alpha secure. Enemy warden incoming. Enemy UAV in your vicinity. Enemy Scarab active. Friendly support is active. UN has Bravo. Securing B. B secure. Friendly drone support is active. Enemy is at A.
In a quiet room, you can hear the fan.
Enemy has A.
Not too different than the regular PS4, honestly.
Securing Alpha.
Ah, god damn
Friendly
it.
drone support is active.
Right now I can't hear it, but I'm using the TV speakers.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
Damn it.
Enemy taking B. Enemy is B.
Sorry if you're getting any echo too. I kept the TV kind of loud, didn't realize it. Ooh. That was lucky. Shit.
Friendly drone support is active. Enemy taking
I mean, the
Charlie.
thing is, there's a couple different ways to look at the Pro right now. If you're,
Have C.
this is your only, or like, if you're getting a new PS4, definitely get the Pro. You know? Get the best one right away. If you're upgrading, it depends on what games you're going to play.
Alpha.
And are they going to support the Pro? Now, I think pretty much all games moving forward are going to support it out of the box. Because they basically, developers are going to develop for the Pro and then down convert it to the other PS4.
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
So-
Securing C. Enemy taking B.
And the streaming is nice. It's kind of cool to be able to stream at 1080p, 60 frames, which I'm doing right now off share.
The enemy is halfway there.
You can now record at 1080p if you're not streaming. You can take screenshots of 4K, which is kind of cool.
Enemy scorchers, take cover.
And it's also nice that it's not just, you know, up converted to 4K like the Xbox One is. It really renders at 4K depending on the game, or it uses a combination of usually around 1440p and a scaler to do the rest of the work. So,
Enemy taking Bravo.
Jesus Christ.
Enemy
Should have known
has B.
better.
Enemy UAV. Enemy Scarab active.
Run.
Alpha. Soldier, get to Charlie. Enemy scorchers, take cover.
Good.
Enemy taking Charlie. Enemy taking C.
jeez.
We're failing, squad.
Bad relation than PS4? I haven't really run it out yet, so I don't know. It runs great. I was using it quite a bit over the weekend. I was even using it on the OG PS4.
Securing Charlie.
That one little change with the light bar is pretty cool.
C secure. Enemy Scarab active.
These guys really want A. Oh my god.
Friendly drone support is active. Enemy scorchers, take cover. Securing A.
That third USB in the back is nice for the TFT arc setup.
Mission failed. This won't happen again.
Let's learn where it broke down, then fix it.
Ooh.
Deploying in 10.
What the hell's going on? Yep. Something's freaking out. Alright then.
We're fighting for the SDF, Wolverines. Bring your A game.
I'm not very good at this map.
Domination. Squad, capture the objectives. Securing C. UN has Alpha. Charlie secure. Securing Bravo. B secure. We're in the lead. Assist your team at B. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly drone support is active. Soldier down. support is active. Losing B. Assist your team at B. You're halfway there. Keep it up.
Yeah, I'm playing on a Vizio P55C1, 4K HDR, the whole thing. Although I think having the chat on here turns the HDR off. Oh shit! I just thought that was a glass floor.
Assist your team at Bravo. Losing Bravo.
Ah.
Losing
Yeah,
B.
I've got 4 original PS4s. So this is gonna obviously replace my main one, but I'm not buying 3 more of these. I would say it's just about the same as the regular PS4 for how loud it is. In a quiet room I could hear pretty well, but it's neither louder or quieter in my opinion. I can't hear it at all right now because I'm using the TV speaker.
Assist your team at Charlie. Scars have Charlie.
Ugh.
Friendly drone support is active. A secure. Securing Charlie. You're needed at Alpha. Enemy has Alpha. Go ahead. Ready up. The next round's about to start.
The quietest one is going to be the PS4 Slim. Heard very good things about it. In terms of power usage and how loud the fan is or how quiet the fan
Half
is.
time.
This, you're pushing a lot more power, so it's going to have to be cooled better.
Go. Capture the objectives. Securing Alpha. Friendly drone support is active. A secure. UN has C. We're in the lead. Securing B. Friendly drone support is active.
Changing mag.
Sorry, I've got a shitty thumb.
Open fire.
Ugh. We did not meet our goal. We got a few more donations today, which put us over 10,000. But we're still about roughly 1,500 short of our goal right now. But to be eligible for the raffle, you can still donate until I think like Friday or Saturday.
Enemy scorchers. Find cover.
I mean, seriously, $10 gets you a chance to win one of 5 PS4s. Crazy. Even if you already have a PS4, give one to somebody. You'll be a hero.
Securing Alpha. Hostile Trinity rocket in use.
What the shit?
Friendly bombardment incoming. Securing B.
Shit.
UAV ready.
We got a lot of cool other stuff too. We got all that MLB signed stuff. Signed by the players, not by the developers. One of those guys is a World Series champion too.
Assist your team at Charlie. Scars have Charlie. Enemy UAV in your vicinity. You're needed at Bravo. Friendly drone support is active. Losing B. A secure.
UAV inbound to your position.
Securing C. Enemy UAV. You're halfway there. Keep it up. Assist your team at Bravo.
Wow.
Reloading.
Friendly drone support is active. You're needed at B.
Nope, this plays exactly the same. This is running at a higher resolution and better lighting.
Assist your team at Alpha.
The PS4 Pro will not affect any existing games that aren't patched at all. They won't run faster, they won't look better. The game has to be made for the Pro or patched for the Pro.
Securing Alpha. Losing Bravo. A secure. We're winning this fight. Friendly drone support is active. Scars have B. Enemy UAV. C secure. Losing Alpha.
Ah.
You're needed at C. Losing C. Friendly drone support is active. Assist your team.
Shit.
Assist your team at
The cool
Alpha.
thing is a lot of the older games
You're
are
needed at
getting
Charlie.
patched.
Enemy UAV in
Oh,
your
that's what it's
vicinity.
locking on.
Enemy has Alpha.
Firmware 4.0 isn't faster on PS4 Pro. Why would it be faster? I don't understand your question. Why would a firmware be faster? Firmware is just software. Are you talking about the interface?
Mission accomplished. A good day's work.
This isn't like putting the same game on a souped-up PC. The game has to be made for the hardware. If I played no, I gotta install Infamous on here still.
Solid effort.
Jumping up to the menu seems a little bit faster, but the interface itself is pretty much the same. Last of Us I have played. But it was only on a 1080p set, so it's not going to do any good because the upgrade on Last of Us is for 4K.
LZ confirmed.
Infamous I have to download today because I know they patched First Light and Second Son. And I gotta play the campaign in this to check out the HDR lighting, but I'm not gonna stream that.
Hostiles confirmed. UNSA targets. Good hunting.
Check something quick, guys.
Domination. Squad, capture the objectives. Securing Charlie. Scars have Alpha. C secure.
They are in.
Oh, come on.
Soldier down.
Shit.
Enemies taking cover.
Shooter in the main hallway. Got it.
Securing. Assist your team at C.
Yeah, I think Horizon's gonna be really good on the Pro.
Bravo secure. Enemy has C. A secure. We're in the lead. Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
That game I might actually play 1080p on the Pro because they're gonna add all the assets.
Copy. Track.
App. Now that little secret grenade's cool and everything, but it gives them a 3-second warning that it's gonna go off.
Friendly drone support is active.
Yeah, see, it stands there and beeps before it goes on.
Assist your team at Bravo.
Ah. Oh, I'm sure it's gonna
Losing
look gorgeous 4K, but again, I personally, and it's not just me, my buddy that I stay with,
Bravo.
he,
Enemy UAV in your vicinity.
we both looked at it and we're like, the differences between 4K and 1080p,
Enemy contact.
it's not that big of a change, really.
Soldier down.
God damn it.
I am moving.
You're halfway there. Keep it up.
Jesus.
We've lost the lead.
Alright.
They are in the stairwell. Target neutralized. Man down.
Securing Charlie. Securing Bravo. secure.
They are in the stairwell.
Come on.
We're in the lead.
Ugh.
You're needed at B. Assist your team at Bravo. UN has Bravo. Securing B.
Yeah, see, that grenade runs in, and they get time to squirrel away from it.
Bravo secure.
Cover me. I am moving.
UAV on standby. Assist your team at A. Friendly drone support is active.
Oops. God, I hate that.
We're winning this fight.
Ugh.
Losing B. Good job. Get ready for the next round. Half time. Domination. Go. Capture the objectives. Securing A. A secure. We're in the lead.
Contact by the yellow.
Friendly drone support is active. UN has C. Bravo secure.
Ugh. You and Josh. F500 is
Enemy UAV.
not a lot
You're needed
planning
at
because
Bravo.
it just fell at a really weird
Friendly
time.
drone support is active.
And Josh has been really busy with stuff. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna record here in Wisconsin at Mark's house, and then Josh is gonna call in,
Assist your team at
and
B.
then Symphonia Sam, our good buddy Sam, is gonna fly into Milwaukee actually. And we invited a couple other people. I don't know who all's coming yet, but some of the old crew that we haven't heard very much from since Mark left.
Assist your team at
It should be fun though. We're gonna try to take calls and everything if I can get the streaming working. It's always a pain in the ass getting it working.
Charlie secure. Enemy has Bravo. Friendly drone support is active. Enemy UAV. Securing Alpha. A secure. Losing A.
Yep.
You're needed at A. Friendly drone support is active. Scars have A. Enemy Scarab active. B secure. Enemy UAV. Losing C.
I mean, usually for a live stream like that anyway. We don't do much in terms of quote-unquote planning.
Halfway there.
We
Keep it up.
pretty much just take calls and bullshit with everybody.
Roger, target active.
Enemy UAV.
Enemy down.
Securing A. Securing Alpha. Your teammate called in Scorchers. Defend.
Son of a bitch.
Assist your team at Charlie.
Wow.
Enemy has Charlie. We're winning this fight. Losing Bravo. UN has Bravo. Securing Charlie. Be secure. Friendly drone support is active.
Just did
Losing
something
A.
cool.
You're needed at A. Enemy UAV.
Changing mag. Hostile.
Not yet. We talked about it on the podcast last week. It's going to be this coming Saturday. I think we're starting at 7 o'clock Central. Josh had to do it later in the day. Most likely streaming it to YouTube, maybe to Twitch as well. I'm not sure yet. But YouTube will be our primary.
Good job. Report to
Things
command
just
for
seem to
debrief.
work better on YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna quit so I can play the some other stuff, get Infamous downloading,
New objectives have been issued.
stuff and junk. Just wanted to see how the streaming worked. So, thanks much for watching. We're gonna record the podcast tonight, so we'll talk about the Pro on that. That should be up tomorrow night. And won't have anything written for a few days though, because I got to work on a lot of games. But yeah, I mean, if you have VR, you'll see a pretty big change. Battlezone looks a lot better, but Drive Club VR especially, man, it was a dramatic change in Drive Club VR. So, thanks much. Talk to you soon.